because you live on the peninsula, and we have beautiful food down here.
Can't go wrong.
Brings me to my next guest.
Yes.
On the phone, we have Brad, and him and Nikki have had this brilliant idea, a new app called Road Stall Australia, and they're focusing very much on the Mornington Peninsula. On the line is Brad. Good morning, Brad.
Good morning, how are you going? I've got Nikki here with me too.
Oh, beautiful.
Cool.
Hi, Nikki.
How are you?
We are very well here. Now, Sally from Sweetpea Cuisine, she's down here on the peninsula and she's a foodie and she does a lot of demonstrations. She's really excited about this app. Tell us all about it and our listeners what we can expect.
Okay, well, this app is basically going to be letting people know where all of the small Aussie food and drink businesses are on the peninsula and across Australia. So it's basically just going to be mapping out where everybody is and making it really easy for people to find you and choose to shop local.
Fantastic. So have you guys had a really unfortunate job in having to go around and research all of these things and you know, try some different produce and while you've been doing all of that? Tough life?
That's where we came up with the idea. We were travelling around northern Queensland and we're actually doing work on farms ourselves.
Yep.
And we got to talking to a lot of the farmers that we were meeting, and they were saying how, you know, they've all got road stalls, and the road stalls provide important income to their businesses.
Yes.
But they also have a lot of trouble with people not finding the road stall and having to throw out a lot of the fresh fruit and veg.
Yes.
So that's where we came up with the idea, and really just wanted to try and help those small food and drink producers.
Brilliant, and we love that. We're all about supporting local and seasonal produce, and I just as you were talking about travelling around and seeing those different food stalls, as you go around Australia, it's awesome to see how you get the different kinds of produce. So if you're up, like you were saying, up in Queensland and those areas, you see, you know, pineapples on the side of the road and mangoes on the side of the road, whereas down here you see beautiful lemons and tomatoes and those sorts of things. So it's really interesting to get that, you know, real seasonal variation in what's going on with what our Aussie farmers are growing.
Oh, absolutely, and it also means that you always know that you're getting the freshest produce. It's what's in season in that area. So that's what, you know, especially if you're a kind of a good cook and you enjoy using fresh produce, you know, you're getting it from, you know, the best of the best. So.
Absolutely, and even if it's just as simple as picking it up and eating it in the car on the way home, it always tastes so much better when it's just come straight from the farm out to the side of the road and you can pick it up and eat it.
Oh, exactly.
Definitely, and we found too that a couple of the farms we worked on, the food was always harvested that morning and put straight out on the road stall.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
At the end of the day, the food was gone, so people were having 2 weeks, 3 weeks shelf life on their vegetables instead of buying lettuce from the supermarket and having a couple of days later.
That's right, and often, you know, they put things in cool stores and all of those sorts of things. So have you got a name for your app? What can people, and when will it be available for people to have a little squiz at?
Yeah, so the app is going to be called Road Stall Australia, and it's not just the road stall, so it's for wineries, distilleries, butchers, fishmongers, any small food and drink business that's providing, you know, the freshest produce possible, and all Aussie stuff as well, just supporting local farmers. It's going to be available. Basically, we need to get the money for it first. So at the moment, we've got a campaign up on a website called Kickstarter.
Yes.
You find us on there by searching for Road Stall Australia. This is a crowdfunding website, so we basically need to get Australians behind us to be able to raise the funds to get this app developed properly.
Fantastic. Well, we will definitely do everything we can to help you with that, because down on the Mornington Peninsula, as Deb said, we love, you know, supporting our local growers and producers. So people can jump onto the Kickstarter website and pledge a little donation towards your project. Is that how it works?
Exactly right, yeah. If everyone listening this morning were to donate $5, we'd be very close to reaching our goal. So just asking people to give a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot, because we need the support of locals before we can actually bring the app out and then help support them back. So, yeah.
Nikki, it's Debra here with the Kickstart. That's a great app that you're proposing here. There's a couple of apps on the peninsula, though. I don't know whether you know about them. One is called Love the Pen, and the other one is Peninsula Lifestyle. How is Road Stall Australia going to be different to that, do you think?
Well, basically, we're going to be Australia-wide, so we're going to have a free online listing on our app for every small food, wine, other producers, GPS location, there'll be seasonal information, so it'll be an interactive app where farmers and producers can update their stalls and where they sell and what they're selling and stuff like that.
That's great.
Yeah. So everyone will be able to have all of that information no matter where you are in Australia, and you can have it in the palm of your hand on your smartphone or your iPad or whatever it might be.
Exactly. Keep it all in one place so that people can just download one app, so wherever they go in the country, they'll be able to find the freshest ingredients.
Brilliant.
Oh, great. And we'll be looking out for the ones in Queensland, won't we, Sal?
Yeah, I'll be happy to test anything out, guys, you need. So if you need a little researcher, I'm your girl.
That was good to know.
Okay, that's that website again, roadstallaustralia.com. Have a squiz at that, and you can be found on Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, and Instagram. You're all over the joint. And
we'll share and retweet and do all of that stuff for you this morning too, guys, so that we can get it out there as much as possible.
Excellent. That sounds great.
All right. Thank you for joining us around the breakfast table this morning. Good luck with all that, and stay in touch, Brad and Nikki.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Okay. Pleasure.
Take care, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, what a great concept.
Sounds really good. And, you know, it is such a simple, it's often those simple ideas that make so much sense. But I know, you know, when you go on a road trip or you're on a holiday or you're doing something, it's something as a food person that I love to do is explore what's around. And, you know, even just thinking about them saying being up in North Queensland and when you go up into the tablelands up behind Port Douglas and there's road stalls all around up there, but it would be a great way to encourage people who may not necessarily seek those things out otherwise, to find them, help find them easily and explore some of that beautiful local produce. There's nothing better than, you know, picking up a beautiful fresh mango off a farmer's tree from the side of the road and cutting it open and eating it right there and then, or, you know, down here we have so much beautiful stuff. On the way to Flinders, there's a beautiful spot where you can get gorgeous tomatoes, or Hawke's Farm Store on Bonio Road has beautiful spuds and different veggies. So, you know, we really should get out there and support our farmers a lot more than we probably do.